Founded in 1957, NECA has for decades served as the umbrella body for employers in Nigeria, shaping policy dialogue between government, businesses, and labor. At its 2025 year-ending briefing with journalists, the association said tax reform has become inevitable, arguing that Nigeria's current tax structure, built over years of fragmented policies, has become hostile to business growth.
The gazetted bill, the new tax reform bill, will be living in a fool's paradise to say it's perfect. No law is perfect. And that's why the provisions for amendments, that they are also there. Why the private sector supports the work of the committee? Absolutely, because the private sector were also part of the presidential committee. The DG of Man represented the private sector in the committee. Why we appreciate the work they've done and we support their work, and we stand by the integrity of those behind the presidential committee's work. But we will also not sit down if we notice that there are some things the presidential committee should have done that they are not doing. We have direct access to the committee. We'll be sharing our recommendation on the go.
NECA welcomed the federal government's insistence on commencing the new tax law in January 2026, but cautioned that history shows reform often lose momentum in election cycles. With the 2027 general election approaching, the association warned that political distractions could undermine consistency and discipline required for economic reforms.
Will this reform help us to achieve the overall economic objective of growing this economy? Will it play a part, if not in whole, but will it play a part in helping SMEs to grow? Will it play a part in making the business environment a bit more hospitable? So when the private sector says an average business across the country is paying over 90 different taxes, levies, and fees, it is not a conjecture, it is not statistics, it is real life number of taxes. So when a system has now come to streamline all those taxes, to make it more easier to pay, reduce the instance of multiplicity of taxes, give concession to employees, give reliefs to employers, generally make the environment a bit more conducive in the context of the tax.
Looking ahead, NECA says 2026 will be a year of intensified engagement. Drawing from past reform cycles, the association plans to deepen consultations with the National Assembly, regulators, and the executive to ensure policies translate into real relief for businesses.
Let's progress, let's proceed. As more issues are raised, genuine issues, let's continue to insist on amendments. We can amend 100 times until we get to where we are, but not moving will be a crime against this country.
On the new Tax Act, the NECA DG said the focus is on tax harmonization, policy stability, and investment-friendly regulations, adding that members can report challenges via a dedicated email address. Sydney Okafor for Anchor News.